Attention in the talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. G3 from the Talk crew. We are here to you. Matt finally came out of his ogre hole out there in Alabama. So we got the coop back on with us. Sleeveless Mike off to my other side. It's good to be back, boys. How are we all doing?
Yeah. I'm doing great. I've been very sad, and I've missed you guys a lot. It's been crazy here in the South, in the deep South of well, actually it's North Alabama, but sports kicking off heavy. So other than that, man, I'm glad to finally be able to get back on, have a drink with you guys, just shoot the shit. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's been a while, brother. How about you, Mike? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm not gonna have a drink. I partook in some things before this episode started, so I'm just gonna drink some water because I got cotton mouth. But man, I'm doing really good. It's been a wild, fucking 24 hours. I'm like going semi-viral on Twitter because I basically called out Deshaun Watson and did it emphatically. So anybody that knows me would know that I'm a very passionate person when I speak, and I tend to get a little loud.
Very nice.
Prone to yell at TV. So yeah, that's crazy, and that's happening right now. But yeah, I'm just kind of taking that all in and going back to school.
Nice, Matt. You having yourself a alcoholic libation this evening?
I am. In fact, I got just a little bit of Maker's Mark. It's good utility whiskey for whenever you just need to loosen up on the weekdays.
Just a little nip, right? I'm having an Arizona hard fucking cocktail, and kiwi strawberry is like my favorite flavor for stuff. So this shit slaps. I don't care what anyone says.
Hell yeah,
it's delicious. Well, boys, I guess we got to get back into our normal bullshit and BS our way around things here a little bit, entertain the people. It's been a while since it's been the three of us, but look, we're coming together at a interesting time of the year. We're currently recording this on September 9th, and I don't know when it's going to come out, but September 11th is right around the corner. It's something that is probably a moment in time near and dear to us because being military veterans post 9/11, it's the reason why a lot of us joined, a lot of us went into combat, lost friends and people who we consider family for the wars over there. And so to all those that we lost in 9/11 and thereon, we want to have a little remembrance for them. And I have a short video for us here, kind of having to do with 9/11 that I figure kind of suits us and our brand a little bit.
Hello? No. They hit the second tower.
Oh, man.
So, look, we are veterans. We are veterans. We get by on dark humor, right?
Yes.
It's a touchy topic, but we get by on dark humor. And that's not necessarily to make fun of the situation, but one of the ways that we heal as veterans is through laughter. And some people watching this, you might be offended by what you just saw, but I want to say that it's okay to be offended. Being offended means that you have an opinion, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else has to share your opinion or even really care about your opinion. It doesn't even mean that your opinion is right. I'm pretty sure that plenty of slave owners probably were pretty offended by the abolishment of slavery. They're allowed to have their opinion and express it however they want. But it still doesn't mean that they're on the right side of the issue. And if you believe that because you're offended or offended by someone or something, that the offense should be changed or be punishable, you're falling into a really fascist viewpoint, fascist way of thinking. And that kind of weakens your argument from the outside view of rational people. And this kind of leads into our current political climate, which is absolutely whacked out. It's going to get even wilder here in the next couple months as we move into this election cycle. And look, Matt, Mike, and I, we all have our own opinions. Some of them are shared and some are very different. And look at us.
Yeah, we're all Trump supporters.
Yeah. We aren't calling each other white supremacists or liberal snowflakes or anything. But we definitely are going to talk shit about one another. And I believe that shit talking is actually part of our love language, the unspoken love language that we fondly developed during our time in the military. But for many, shit talking is still probably pretty offensive, and things that we're going to say will be offensive. And I don't think we really care. But by all means, you're allowed to have that opinion, and you can write about it in the comments if you want, if you're offended, and we'll probably read it. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe we'll act like we care.
Yeah, I probably won't. But in the near inevitable instance,
respond for the engagement.
Yeah,
with something completely worthless to that person.
For sure. But it's a near inevitability that you're gonna have an instance here in the near future where you fall into a politically based discussion while you're at work or in public or with your friends, and a decent likelihood that regardless of what side you're on, you're gonna get a little offended. And I've got a couple of tips for you. All right. First and foremost, if you don't want to have that conversation, if you're not comfortable with it, then just don't. Too easy. You do not have to speak up if you're offended. You can internalize that emotion just like you internalize so many other emotions in your normal life. You do not have to speak out.
And penis.
But
Internalized.
if you do want to have that conversation and you want to express your beliefs and thoughts, and understand that you might get offended. You might get very offended, and that's okay. Just remember on your own and remind those who you're speaking to that you are on the same side. You're on the side of the United States of America. You're on the side of this country. While some reviews might be different, we should all be able to agree on one thing, and that's what we want our country to succeed and be a safe place for us, our children, our family to live. We want to flourish as a country. And then after that, you can feel free to talk about how Kamala's race baiting, changing her verbal tones and mannerisms depending on who she's speaking to, and how Trump is a narcissist who lacks general human decorum, let alone presidential decorum. And in the end, when you walk away from the conversation offended, just take a breath and be thankful that you live in this country where we have free speech. And despite many times being misguided by the mainstream media and the herd mentality out there, that you live in a country where people are still passionate about the USA. And that's a good thing. You should be happy for that. All right.
Fuck yeah,
Evo. That was a fucking
yeah,
intro and a half, bro.
Let's get into offending some people.
Hell yeah.
I know that Mike wants to offend some members of his HOA, probably.
Yeah, these people fucking suck. All of them. Well, not all of them. Some of these people are in this neighborhood are great. But you know exactly who I'm talking about. The Karens. And I'm going to offend the women right now. The cunts of the neighborhood who have no business having a Facebook page where they are allowed to engage with other human beings. God, they suck so bad. So there are some people in the neighborhood who just an HOA is giving them some semblance of power to tell people in the neighborhood what they can and can't fucking do. And it drives me crazy. I completely broke the HOA rules because I know that there's no punishment because I read the HOA as well. And I'm of the fact that, like, if the punishment doesn't cost me anything, why wouldn't I do the action? So we had a pool party for the baseball players at the pool. People were pissed. I didn't care. It was a great time, but dude, HOA should be abolished. They are a nuisance. I love the pool. Fuck the pool. Just let me put one in my backyard. HOA should be fucking outlawed. It is obnoxious. This is America. We don't share land, and you don't get to fuck what I fucking say what I do on it. God, dude, I am so.
Or you don't get to fuck me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. Look, I absolutely hate HOAs. When I went to go buy my house, I told my realtor, I've got a couple minimums that I'm looking for, and from there, maybe I can be worked on the subject. Number one on that list, before how many bedrooms or bathrooms or whatever, or square footage, no HOAs. I will not entertain an HOA because of the HOAs that I've lived in while renting and whatnot. None of them have provided me any positive benefits or any positive gain, and they've only done negative things towards me, such as imposing fines. I literally got told by a property manager this HOA that you're living in, they're Nazis. If you have a weed in your yard, you're going to get a $200 fine because they're Nazis. And so she said, literally, salt the earth. I was like, okay. So I took that and literally salted the earth. I poured rock salt in my yard to kill everything. And
was this an Arizona yard or was this
Yes.
a grass yard?
Arizona.
Okay.
And the salt will help sterilize the ground where nothing can grow there for decades.
Yeah,
And
for a long time.
and things like the HOA that I was part of had a pool. This is your old HOA, Matt. You know well about this holiday HOA. Like, they have a pool and a hot tub, and half the time the shit's fucking broken. And they have a clubhouse that has a pool table in it. Great. Why am I paying hundreds of dollars potentially monthly for you to upkeep this shit when you don't actually upkeep it, but you send the housewives who don't do anything other than eat their fucking Cheetos and then walk around the neighborhood to burn those Cheetos off and write fucking tickets to people because there is a tumbleweed, not from your yard, but because we get windy out here in Arizona, a tumbleweed went into your yard and is now leaning up against your garage. Here's a $200 fine. That sort of bullshit. You know, HOAs have provided nothing good for me in my experience. I understand how if you live in a neighborhood where people are not taking care of their property, it can decrease property values. And in that sense, an HOA enforcing bylaws to keep property values up makes sense. But that doesn't make sense in all neighborhoods. All neighborhoods don't need an HOA. If you buy a house in a slum, guess what? Your property value is already going to suck. Right? And maybe you make your house better and you sell it for more than the houses around you and you bring their value up. But at the end of the day, that's on you. That's your choice. But I'm not going to go into a nice neighborhood and decide I need an HOA because I'm going to take care of my nice shit. Like, that's where I'm kind of coming from with it. Now, it's interesting, Mike, to hear that your HOA apparently doesn't have like any.
Oh, no. There is punishment. However, the punishment was first violation of pool rules constitutes no pool for the rest of the day.
Oh,
okay.
Did you leave?
No, we went for the 2-hour party that we planned on and then left at the end of the scheduled 2-hour party that we planned on.
Mm-hmm.
So my opinion is slightly different, right? HOAs do suck. Don't get me wrong. But coming from a pretty nice neighborhood that's ran by an HOA, I've had to pay 2 fines, one for weeds, one for having my RV parked in my front yard for too long. And I bitched about those fines under my breath in my living room while I was drinking whiskey to my wife. But if I had half the people here in my neighborhood with RVs in their yards and tore up yards, I would be pissed off too. You know, so I do see the benefit of HOAs. They're not for everybody. They're not for every community for sure. But you know, I could see the benefit. You know, we maintain, I forget how many houses we have. I think we got like 600 something houses total between our 3 communities and a couple different pools and basketball courts and yada, yada, you know, nice walking paths and all this, that, and the third. And I know there's one house in my neighborhood that doesn't take care of their yard. They let their grass grow way too fucking long. And it does get to me. I almost turn into that Karen where I'm like, this motherfucker, I'm going to take a picture.
Now, the interesting thing is that I don't know how it is out there.
I just got to say, of course, the Trump guy's like, yeah, fuck yeah, HOAs.
But look, I don't know how it is out there for you, Matt, or how it is for you, Mike. But here in Sierra Vista, we have code enforcement, city code. There's certain city codes in every city that I've lived in. You cannot let your grass get this high. You cannot let things get out of bounds.
I agree.
In general, that should keep people in line. And if the city code enforcement agencies are doing their job, which they do here in Sierra Vista, those offenders will get warnings and fines and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I agree.
I have the perfect translation of what HOAs are. HOAs are the fucking commander that adds to the regulation by taking shit away.
And I get where you're coming from, Matt. It helps keep the property values up. It helps keep your neighborhood looking decent. but also you bought your house where you bought your house. And if you went in there and it was all fucked up, maybe you don't buy a house there.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Like there's certain situations, of course, where it's like, you can't, you buy a new build like Mike did, and you don't know what the neighborhood's going to be like or anything, but you also bought your house knowing that there's an HOA there. So shame on you, fella. But
Now, I do have a proposition for you, though, Mike. Your Facebook or your HOA does have a Facebook group, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. How do you
Dude,
think I know about all the bitching?
let me join it.
I am not an admin, but
I will.
I'm still part of the Facebook group for our old HOA in our neighborhood, Matt. And I love to fucking jingle in there every now and then, fuck around.
Oh yeah.
Start dropping nukes and fucking bounce.
Oh, it's just stepping out. Yeah, no, same thing, dude. So my buddy he doesn't have any issues with his HOA, but there are 1,000 Karens in his HOA for sure. So he's telling me about it one day at work. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go in and apply for there, and if I can get in there, I'll comment the shit that you want to say but can't because you don't want to, Karen down the road, and I'll just stir the pot for you. I'll say what really needs to be said, and it's been working out pretty great. I've only had like 2 or 3 of my posts deleted, and they still haven't found out. So.
Yeah. I've had people being like, are you even a fucking member of this neighborhood? And I'll be like, yeah, I live at this address. And it's like, not a fucking address. Like, I live on Big Ben Street, bitch. Come fucking talk to me if you have a problem. Like, it is that neighborhood that we were speaking of, Matt, is very highfalutin. They just love to fucking.
You guys, that was a bougie fucking neighborhood.
Remember the cat?
Yes. Troubadour the cat. Someone.
Oh man! I wish we would have went through with our plan.
Yeah, someone had posted their cat was missing, Troubadour, and then another person within a day was posting video of a black cat shitting in their yard. And the plan was that I was going to go in a cat costume and in front of people's Ring cameras and stuff like that, and be like, "Oh my god, we had a Troubadour sighting." But I bought everything.
Well,
that's true. I bought everything. I have a spandex black bodysuit and cat ears.
Lacey's the one who shut that down. Women ruin everything, dude. We should have went through with it. It would have been great.
It would have been really funny, but it was a lot of work.
It was going to be a lot of work.
And I was in less good of shape as I am right now, and having to run around and possibly run from the cat or from the cops. That could have been an issue because someone in that neighborhood sees a black person in their Ring camera, they're calling the cops and getting their guns.
Always got to do it.
Yeah,
always got to do it.
I'm just speaking truths, gentlemen. Speaking truths.
Those white people are for sure.
Speaking of truths, Matt, are you on Truth? Are you a truther?
I'm not actually.
Then do you really support God Emperor Trump?
Oh man,
I guess not. I mean, I might. Do I need to get on there? Is that part of the ceremony, like to get into it?
I don't know. I'm actually not a part of it. I barely am even starting.
Sounds exactly like a cult. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm barely starting on this Twitter game for Mike here and the other shows and podcasts that we have on the No Sleeves Network. Not to shill a little bit, but if you want to get this QR code that's right in the middle of my face, you can go check out the No Sleeves Network online and see all of our other content. We got Vanilla Gorilla posting new videos as of today, which is great.
And we're growing, dude. We got some good growth in the last couple months.
Absolutely.
Yeah, things have gone very quickly here. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Well, another political question, I guess, here.
Yeah.
Mike, your boy RFK.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
He's going with Trump.
Don't ask me this question. I don't fucking know yet.
You need to tell the people, are you siding with who RFK is now siding with, getting on the Trump bandwagon?
No, I'm not. I fucking can't.
Well,
I cannot do it, man.
Maybe you should not have as many vaccines or something and figure your shit out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a smart move for him, to jump on like that and to support, because
it has been great play by RFK.
Right.
I'm
Absolutely.
a little pissed off that it happened. I really wanted an actual person that might be a legitimately good president at some point to be a legitimate option, because Stein is going to be an option, but she's not a fucking legitimate one. And I don't really see Kamala as one either. So now I'm up Schitt's Creek. I got to flip a coin and be like, who do I fucking hate more? And whichever one wins, I'm voting for every other opposite fucking branch. Like, if it's Trump and it lands on, I'm voting for every goddamn Democratic and senator and congressman, whoever the fuck's available. And then if it's fucking Kamala, I'm voting for every fucking one Republican. I'm fucking the whole thing up. I cannot.
Well, I tell you,
Sounds
I'll
like
tell you
you're
the
going
best way,
scorched
Mike, is go back into your previous bank statements to 2019 and get a grocery receipt and go compare it to your fucking grocery receipt now, and then tell me who you're fucking voting for, bud. If you're on the fence, that should be like the number one deciding factor.
Yeah.
Hey, Trump may suck, but the dude knows how to make money and how to spend money. You know what I mean? Like, he's a businessman. So if you like money and you hate all the candidates,
I don't know what you know about business, but the guy in the middle, us, usually gets fucked.
hey, as long as I'm getting eggs for $1.12, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't care. Like, and I'm getting gas I did see gas pretty cheap this weekend actually, but it did take a while.
I ain't seen it under $3 anywhere.
I did see it under $3. It was like $2.95 or something like that. But
When I made the
buy
trip,
the bullshit gas for this car behind me.
when I made the trip out to Ohio, Arizona, expensive. Got out of Arizona and we were down below $3. And then when I got to Ohio, we're back up same price as Arizona. It was wild. But yeah, look, I'll say this. Look, morally, I think both candidates are reprehensible. Morally, I think they're probably pretty fucking terrible. The difference is that Trump just kind of fucking doesn't care and goes out there with it. And the Democratic Party does a pretty good job of hiding their shit. They're all fucking scummy, but policy-wise, on a lot of issues and the way things were going under Trump, a lot nicer than they are right now.
Kind of hard to argue that,
Yeah.
That's the difficult thing is that, you feel bad voting for a loser, but you're voting for a loser no matter what.
It's true.
Like,
and here's the thing,
not a loser in the election necessarily, but a loser
I feel like
as a human fucking being.
I feel like when it comes down to voting for either party, I know Trump has his issues for sure, right? But it comes down to, do you like the way someone talks or do you like their actions? Or policy, should I say, how they do it, and you may not agree with all of his policies, but I feel like as far as on the left goes, it's all talk. Like, it's talk on both sides, but what have we gotten done? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's kind of where I sit.
Listen, the things I want to say, I'll have to wait until we turn the recording off because I'm ready to just hit reset, bro. Because all of this is bad. Every single one of these people are bad fucking people. Like, and they are taking advantage of us. And we know they are, but we can't fucking do anything to stop it. Like, sure. It's insane. I do not like either one of these candidates. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm not sure I will know until I'm standing there and I actually have to make the decision.
Just smoke a blunt before you go.
Yeah.
Well, the other fun part is that right now, who the fuck is running the country? Biden's on beaches out in fucking Cali.
That's a great fucking question. And that is the main problem. If we could have just put up an actual candidate last time, and this has happened 2 fucking times by the Democrats, pick somebody who can beat this fucker, and because Biden, for all that he was, he wasn't fucking a good president. He was put in place because he was popular from his vice presidency. He was never a fucking president.
He was the best chance.
It was the best chance to win. So yeah. I guess it kind of worked. But they ran Hillary against Trump, and it was fucking terrible. They had no shot. Bernie Sanders, if he had had the opportunity, I think would have kicked Trump's ass. But they screwed Bernie Sanders out of the opportunity. The Democrats need to do a better job of picking fucking candidates so we don't have people like Trump who are a fucking option for half the country.
this is the problem for me, is that I always grew up generally liberal, like fiscally conservative and much more centrist. But I generally grew up with liberal ideals on things. I like progressive nature of things because, like, I'm cool with people being gay and all that shit. Whatever the fuck you want to progress forward, we've taken leaps and bounds too fucking far. But at the end of the day, if you do not toe the line of the party, the Democratic side will not let you be their
I
candidate.
know.
So
RFK is over on the right now because of that.
exactly, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, Bernie Sanders,
I
they
love
all
Tulsi.
could have won.
And the thing is like RFK, like
Tulsi
he's
would've
not
fucking
on the right
crushed
now. He's not on the right now because he switched his views. He's on the right because the fucking scale has shifted. You know what I mean? Like the mediocre along the line Democrat from 8 years ago, 12 years ago, is now considered a conservative. And they didn't even change their views. It's just that you have to be so extreme to be a mainstream Democrat now,
And that's generally what I feel has happened to me, is that I still have some conservative viewpoints, but liberal viewpoints, but it's either you're all in or you're all out on the Democratic
that pisses
side.
me off, man.
And the conservatives at least are like, hey, you can kind of be on our team if you want to.
Right. Right.
And
We'll take you. Come
Yeah,
on.
we'll take you for this issue, but shut the fuck up about the rest of it.
Yeah,
for sure,
sometimes
on certain things.
there's some extreme, of course. I mean, you got that on both sides,
Yeah.
I mean, Trump used to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're all different. That's the beautiful part about it, right? And the sad part is we're all different, but you're right. We got two sides, two parties. That's it. You know what I mean? In reality,
Then that's got to stop, man. Or
most
give
of
me a
my
split ticket or something. Like,
Right.
just fuck this up in some way. And I have an idea of how we could do it. All we have to do is introduce ranked choice voting and get a third party to the ballot.
You mean like weighted?
Yeah, so it's you rank them in order of how you would have them as president. So fucking Kamala, Trump, Stein, or however you do it. But based on the way the country is separated at this point, everybody who puts Kamala 1 definitely puts Trump at 3, and vice versa, right? 2's
Sure.
going to always be 2.
And then you average it out.
Until it gets a few more 1s, because nobody likes option A and B. But nobody's going to make this all fucked up. Somebody's going to win. No, if you introduce ranked choice voting with the polarity of the fucking polls right now, I almost guarantee you that third party would win based on the math alone. Like, it's easy.
It's possible.
Yeah.
The bad thing is that it will never happen.
No, absolutely not. That will destroy the American political system as we know it right now.
I mean, it's already getting destroyed, right? Like, I mean, as soon as we lose faith, as soon as the people, which we're already there, right? We're already getting there. As soon as they start losing faith in our processes, in our voting, in all of that, I mean, then we've already lost.
Do you believe that your vote actually matters and counts? Because I have seen here in Ohio, the state voted for legalization of marijuana. And then the fucking parties that be in the House decided that they were just going to fucking screw with that, change the rules after it was voted on, and completely change what was voted on by the people. They're just making shit up if it doesn't go the way they want it to.
It is real tough for me to say that my vote counts.
Right.
But I would like to believe
I don't want to be that crazy naysayer, but like when they're doing this in our face, what are we to think, right?
Well, I don't disagree. I believe my vote counts because I have to. If I don't believe it doesn't, if I believe it doesn't count, then what are we? Right?
Yeah.
Like, You have to have faith in the system, because the more of us that stop having faith in the system, I don't know, right? It's hard because I also wear a tinfoil hat, probably more so than you two do, So like, that's hard for me to say, but I almost have to, because I love this country and I want it to succeed. You know what I mean? So it's hard.
So I will make one argument for Trump right now. If you vote for Kamala, I believe that you are voting for the same thing that we have had for year in and year out with this political system, both the right and the left. You are voting for the political cabal. It's all wings leading to the same bird, right? If you vote for Trump, who knows what the fuck is going to happen? He's a wild card because
honestly,
this is the last time he can run,
and
he might not make it.
Well, that's
like,
the other
They
part.
already
Right?
tried once, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
but he could go after major reform, because he's talked about term limits and reform to elections and things like that. And people assume like, oh, he's going to try to become a dictator who never leaves office. And I don't think that's the case. I think that he might just try to shake the whole fucking thing up and change that political system where maybe there is a forced option of a third party or something like that, a reform of the CIA and the FBI, who have gone way outside of their bounds of what they were originally intended to do. And I say that looking at both sides of the coin, knowing that those agencies have probably done a lot of good to protect our country, but we also know that they have done a lot of shady shit that are against our American morals. He might, like, I don't know if he could get it done, but he's crazy enough that the motherfucker might shake the whole thing up. And either you get the option of maybe that happening, or the option of more of the same.
That's a
I mean, it damn
point.
sure will be entertaining.
Versus, yeah. Well,
Why go for it? We'll put this in football terms. It's 4th and 1.
I know what you do.
Are you going to kneel the ball, or are you going to go for it?
A vote for Kamala is a vote for the same thing we've had the last 4 years.
Oh, I thought he was going to say the N-word.
God.
Jesus Christ.
A vote for nothing.
He is in Alabama.
He is in Alabama.
Hey, you know what? I'll say this. I think I live in probably a more diverse area than either one of you two live in. I think so.
Hey, don't you talk bad about my brownies down here. We got tons of good people, all walks of earth.
You definitely have more Hispanic,
Black, Hispanic, Asian.
We have a pretty big Hispanic community.
That's military, though.
That is military.
That's the entire.
You probably live.
It doesn't really matter where you go. There's going to be a diverse group.
You probably live in one of the more progressive towns, I would say, in Alabama. In general.
Oh yeah. Oh, and did you say Ohio?
Alabama.
Oh yeah. I mean, Huntsville is basically, it's a melting pot, dude. It's like a mini America here. Like, it's awesome.
I'm just about Alabama.
I know. Now you go down south, about 45 minutes to an hour down where old Scotty Hernstrom lives, or some Chris Minnix's, and it can get a little dicey down there. I mean, just a few short years ago, they were still a sundown town, so.
That's crazy. That's
I know, isn't it? That's nuts to think about. That's like, you think about that kind of stuff. You make jokes here and there. I know that our military background, we don't see color because we all deal with the same shit together, right? But no, that shit was alive and well. I mean, they had I don't know how many years ago it was, but just Coleman is right down about an hour from us. And now this is kind of hearsay, I guess, because I haven't seen anything official on it. But I was told that there was like an actual solicitation to try to get community members to join an active, KKK. What do they call it? Community, a clan, or whatever the hell it would be?
It's called the Klan, Matt. It's called the Klan.
I'm just saying, though,
And that very well could have been an FBI plant.
What up, MJ?
To try to get all the racists out in one spot, so we can then
man,
get them in trouble.
All right, man.
Yeah,
which would have been great. But
This election season sucks. It always sucks. It feels like fucking since I can remember. No, you know what? The Obama, when he won the first time, it wasn't dirty. They said things, they obviously debated, but it wasn't dirty. It has been dirty for a long time because they're not even talking about issues. They're just slinging shit.
And we're going to get to see that shit slinging tomorrow night. Again, we're recording this on the 9th. We have a debate tomorrow night. It'll be interesting to see how fair that is because I believe it's being put on by one of the more liberal news media networks. But it'll be interesting to see nonetheless because, look, Trump can't hold a great conversation without narcissism and without, calling people names and stuff like that, which is entertaining, embarrassing, but entertaining. But I don't know that Kamala can hold a conversation fucking either. So, and she just kind of blabbers.
Here's the thing with that whole narcissism thing. I don't disagree with you. But if you look at any great leader, CEO or anything, you don't get to those positions without being a little narcissistic. You know what I mean? Like
but you don't have to be outwardly narcissistic.
Sure.
There's a difference between
disagree.
having moxie and being an asshole.
But if you think Kamala isn't a narcissist, if you think Biden isn't a narcissist, any one of those leaders,
if you're a politician, you're a fucking narcissist.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. They just do a
prerequisite
better job.
Yeah.
At lubing up the old pipe before it comes in. Trump's just raw dogging. He don't care, right?
He doesn't give up.
He don't give a shit.
Not one single fuck. Does not care, dude. His campaign, his entire campaign has just been him fucking getting in arguments with people.
Look, if anything at all, tomorrow night will be entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
It's gonna hurt. We are doing another podcast tomorrow.
Like I could just, and you know what's funny is I could literally.
What time are we going for that?
I could watch I could watch the debate on mute and still get comedic relief from it just watching his facial reactions.
Yeah. The fact that he has Tulsi Gabbard coaching him on how to fuck Kamala up for a debate, that could be interesting. But I guess we can jump off the politics a little bit here. We're running 45 minutes into this show. Matt, you had something to tell us about the banking financial institutions, I believe.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, this whole thing that's going on with Chase Bank, but it's been all over my For You pages, and it is absolutely the funniest thing I ever seen. But apparently there was a group of individuals, I don't know if they knew what they were doing and they just did this for clout or to be funny or whatever, but they had claimed, hey, if you write this check for $40,000, $30,000, and you deposit it through Chase Bank, through the ATM into your account, they're going to release a percentage of those funds, a large percentage of those funds right out the gate off of just assuming that the funds are there while it goes through. And then if you pull that out or transfer it out and then close your account, well, there's nothing they can do about it, right? So this went viral, right? This went everywhere. Right. And they're calling it the Chase Bank glitch. And
it ain't a glitch, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of people did this, and it's not a glitch. You might want to go ask your parents about it, because I know my poor ass parents use the Chase Bank glitch to get their bills paid by moving funds from one to another in a circle of waiting for checks to go through and hoping they don't bounce. But yeah, like it's
the correct term that they're looking for isn't glitch, it's fraud. It's financial crimes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've heard
white collar crimes right now.
Right. I heard stories of people getting like $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 access to these funds through check fraud.
And conveniently, you have a nice brand new BMW sitting right behind you. Fucking weird.
It is. It's nice though. It is. You can't really. It's just a little bit there. But no, that was not bank fraud. That was debt.
Understood.
So, but now apparently, the last I checked, there's like 1,100 people or something like that that's gotten arrested, and Chase is going after all these guys. Like it's
Absolutely, they're going to
pretty
go after.
crazy.
If you don't think that the banks out there are in cahoots with the government and have the fucking Treasury Department and whatnot on speed dial for financial crimes, you're fucking crazy. And it just goes to show how stupid people fucking are out there. Like, no matter how awesome our country is, it's going to be filled with a lot of fucking idiots. So
Yeah.
you throw one little thing on TikTok about free money, especially in this economy, people are going to fucking go for it and not put a whole lot of thought into it. And now you're going to find yourself in a whole heap load of trouble, which actually, depending on their financial situation, might be a good thing because, hey, you get to go to jail, you get 3 hot meals, you get a cot,
baby.
you know, It's not the worst thing in the world. That might be better than you living and bumming off the streets or something like that.
Right.
And guess what?
Or
we're all paying for it. Thanks, taxpayers.
We could do it the same way, except for you won't have a record. You could just join the military.
This is true.
There is
Give
a
them the option.
crisis right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I got a movie recommendation.
I don't know if you guys have seen, but people want to fuck with us.
Movie recommendation for everybody. Go watch Catch Me If You Can, and you'll learn a little bit about that check fraud stuff.
Great movie.
Great movie, by the way.
Oh, man.
All righty. Well, I think that close to wraps it up. Mike, you had one more thing that you wanted to go over.
Let me look in here.
It's a little bit sexually explicit, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are we doing the women inmate thing?
No, we're not.
God damn it. Come on, Mike.
Listen.
Come on.
Producer Amber was like, we can talk about this with conditions.
And my girl was holding a knife to my throat saying, you need to tell them you don't want to do it. And I was like, yes, ma'am.
I told you we're just playing Cupid. We're gonna find an inmate on the female side, a male on the, another inmate on the male side, and we're gonna hook them up, right? We're gonna message them.
I don't like how you're assuming genders right now.
Fuck, are we gonna get that correspondence to see how it's going?
No. Look, let's just say Sarah. That's a bad name to use.
Yep.
I don't think I have a Sarah, so.
Anyways, let's say Amanda, right, is in prison over here, and Jared is in prison over here. So we will find these guys first, and then we'll message Amanda, and we'll say, as Jared, we'll send her a letter. Hey, this is Jared. Like, we make a bunch of bullshit up, but we send her a letter, right? And then we send the same kind of letter to Jared. We'll play Cupid in the middle. They think they're talking to each other, but really we're translating what we want and how we want this to go in between them. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How is that any different than just messaging a guy and a girl, you fucking weirdo?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're going to do.
Well, yeah, but
and then start making them talk to one another.
Yeah, but look, we just have to try it. That's all.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, what Matt is trying to say is that the Chase Bank glitch, he fell for it. And that's all.
They haven't caught me yet.
Yeah.
Obviously, you still got the fucking car there. Oh, man. Right. At what point in time do you think that if these two inmates of different genders conversing to one another, one of them's going to be like, yeah, I'm in here. I didn't do it. I didn't stab my ex-boyfriend. And then the boy's going to be like, oh, why? You're in jail. I'm in jail for murdering my ex-homie. Like, but I thought you were out of jail and you were going to be sending me fucking credits on my card here so I can get some ramen. And then they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? And they're going to both get out of jail. And then they're going to come and pillage your house. And it's going to be terrible.
No, we're going to be honest about who they are, right? We're going to act like I'm Amanda. I'm in jail for this. And I'm just trying to find a pen pal on the male side. I get out in 2 years. Look, you guys have to have faith, man. You guys you're not seeing the vision. I know someone out there is. If you are, comment. We can make this happen, right? We just got to lay out the ground rules.
We'll have to get Byron in here. He had the great idea about, final endings and how to financially profit off of people, having assisted suicide, essentially. I'm sure he can figure something out for you, Matt. We'll have to spitball with him.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, Mike, what you got for us?
All right. So I made a reference with my hands at a party to indicate sex. And I got some looks like people have never seen what I was doing before. But I feel like it is the most appropriate way to indicate what's happening with sex because I'm not fucking 5. This is lame.
I mean, that's pretty fun. I enjoy that one.
That's
That makes
it.
sense.
That is the way. Right there. Boom. You get the sound. I mean, it's all there. Stop. If you're an adult, stop doing this. You look like an asshole.
Look, the one that I'm used to, I guess, from a deployment aspect, because if you don't know, in the Middle East, women are for procreation, boys are for love, and your livestock are for pleasure. There's the ficky, ficky, a little bit of boy love over there between some of them peoples. And so if they ever walked up and like a ficky, you said, no, I'll shoot you. I have gun.
Oh man.
I just like to lick my lips. Like
The LL Cool
You're
J.
trying to no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying like is somebody aroused, Matt, or is that what you do? Yeah, they had sex. Lick the lip. What the fuck?
That's what I do.
Well, he can't imitate the painful throes of lovemaking that he normally has, where he's like,
Oh, you don't want to do that, dude. This show couldn't handle that for me.
no,
I know how to make
that'd be
babies.
gratuitous.
You got a fucking ton of them.
It's true.
Nothing gets me going like the sound of someone stirring a pocket mac and cheese, though.
Oof.
It's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a little bit of peanut butter.
That's one that I thought of last night. That I was watching some fucking YouTube video of fucking binging with Babish raiding peanut butters, and he's the all natural peanut butters that have the oil on top. You got to stir them up, and so he's sitting there stirring it, and I was like, "Hold up a second, what am I watching here?"
Yep, and the faster you stir, the warmer it gets. The warmer
Sounds
it
like
gets.
There's some good.
I mean, it's
pussy up in here.
basically peanut butter is an all-purpose kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it could be used for multiple different things.
How many dogs do you have, Matt?
None right now, but I'm thinking about getting one for sure.
But now that I think of it, after this peanut butter conversation, I'm gonna get me a pup.
Actually,
God.
it's funny. We freaking never mind. You know what? I won't. My kids might watch this show.
Possibly.
All right.
I hope not. That would actually be really bad.
All righty, fellas. Well, we are just about hitting an hour. You got anything left?
I did. We brought something up earlier about salting the earth, and it made me think of a conversation that I just had. And I hate the movie Idiocracy. I think it's a terrible movie. But there is one piece of excellent writing in there that just gets overlooked. Plants, what do they crave, guys?
Water.
Plants, sunlight, water.
Okay, sunlight and water. What do they crave in Idiocracy?
Electrolytes.
Electrolytes. What the fuck is like the main electrolyte?
Salt.
Salt. They're fucking salting the earth the entire time. And people are just like, oh yeah, it's Gatorade. Of course it doesn't grow. No, it's because they're salting the earth. And that little piece of the joke
and potassium
overlooked.
Magnesium.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
funny.
I never made that connection, but yeah.
No, neither did I. Not till you said it.
Yeah.
That was good, Mike.
That is the main point of that joke, gentlemen.
He's a smarty pants.
Salting the earth.
What a cutie patootie with your smartness over there. He's a college kid.
What do you mean?
I was gonna say, look at his shirt. Does it have sleeves?
It does.
Holy shit! I thought that was illegal.
On it too.
He just came from an HOA meeting where he had to discuss.
That's what it was.
Little do you guys know, I've had my pants off the entire time, rock hard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that the peanut butter conversation got you going.
I was about to say, our peanut butter in that new puppy you got. How's that going?
Yeah. He's a dickhead.
Yeah. I heard you went up and visited my parents and went and got the pup.
Yeah, I mean, he's great, but he chews on a lot of shit. But he's part pit, so I kind of expected that to be the case.
And he's a puppy still, so
Yeah.
I mean, they're all shitheads, dude. When they're puppies,
He's
they're
a
so
big
cute.
boy. He's bigger than Peter already.
Really?
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Sherilyn, Malachi, all them. We need to get a dog. I'm like, you know how busy we are? There's no way, dude. I'm not getting another dog.
The only reason
Not-
that we can fucking take care of the dogs is because we have extra people here.
Right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, fellas. Will you have any closing words before we get the fuck out of here?
I'm good, brother.
Check that grocery bill before you vote.
All right.
Check it.
Well, thank
Give me
you,
a-
everyone.
Ranked choice voting.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this episode of The Talk. Hopefully, we offended you a little bit because that's okay. You're allowed to be offended. Thank you for listening to Coop talk about his racist ideologies and Mike being back and forth on the fence with his political candidates and me just being a sexy motherfucker. Please go and check us out on the No Sleeves Network. And if you need the QR code, right there,
I like that.
right on my fucking nose.
Yeah.
Just take a second and get your phone out, turn the fucking Pornhub off, and take a picture of that and just go to the website.
It's really an
But
OnlyFans
also,
link.
that would be fucking funny. That would be a good OnlyFans or April Fools right there, boys. Put it on the calendar. But thank you for tuning in. If you could, like and subscribe to the video in the channel. Let your friends know, especially if you're a veteran. This is veteran-based content, but it's for everybody too. So feel free to let people know. But please give us a little bit of support. It's only going to take like 15 seconds out of your day to hit that thumbs up or subscribe to us. We'd really appreciate it. Help us grow and continue doing what we're doing. But until the next time, catch you all later.